it's Sarah here from No Longer a Problem, and welcome to this class. In this class, I am going to take you through the 4 biggest money drains in your therapy business and how to stop them. How to stop them draining your hard-earned money, or how to stop them taking your money you haven't even earned yet because you're just starting out or you haven't got enough clients coming in. Because I know what it can feel like to feel like in order to build your business, you have to spend a fortune, and it can feel scary, and it can feel just like I'm paying out loads and I'm not getting any in. It can make you feel really in your therapy business. And so today's class is going to show you the 4 biggest money drains that I experience with my therapy clients, the therapists that I coach, and how to stop them, because there are lots of ways that you can get around them, do things yourself for free, and I'm going to show you how today. So let's get started. Okay, so starting out your therapy business. So you have paid for your training, you've paid for your registration, you've paid for your insurance, and now you want to set up a physical practice. And often when we think about setting up a physical practice, we dream of working in a fancy postcode. So, you know, if you're in London, it's Harley Street. If it's Darlington, I'm not sure where you'd be, but I'm sure there's a fancy bit. But you dream of being in a fancy postcode with a plush office, maybe a receptionist, and a huge expensive therapy chair. You know, maybe you want a chaise longue or a recliner, and you've got this dream, and then you look into the cost. So when you're starting out, you have no clients, no income, and no chair. I'm going to come on to the chair in a minute. But how are you going to pay out? You know, often when you're looking at renting an office, they are wanting you to sign up for 6 months, a year. It's a massive, massive commitment. It's a massive risk, and it's a massive layout of money that you are not even earning yet. And it already starts you in a place of lack. So once you start in the negative in your bank account, you know, when your bank account's in the red, then you're already starting from a place of panic, which isn't a great way to attract clients. I'm a great believer in, you know, what you focus on, you get. So if you're focused on, oh my God, I've just spent all this money on an office and now I have no clients, that's when you start slashing your prices. That's when you panic market. That's when you just basically giving out the message, help, I'm desperate for money. And clients can see that. They can sense when you're panicking. And I don't want you to do that. So have a think about other ways you can work. So you could share an office with someone else. So you could share the cost and the risk. You could find offices that rent rooms by the hour. So I used to work in an office 50 miles away that made me no money. But it was like £10 an hour, and I would rent it out for the clients that I'd booked in for that day. So you could do something like that. But if you can, think about a way that you can work from home. So do you have a room that you don't use, a spare bedroom? Could you convert the garage? I know therapists who've built, you know, offices in their garden, and, you know, and again, that's a big layout, but it's something to think about. But have a think about how you could make it work at home. You know, I've got a bedroom which I've converted into my office at the back of the house, which makes my house sound huge, and it's not, but at the back of the house, so it's away from the doorbell. If I've got clients, I'll often take the batteries out of the doorbell, and make sure you don't have any pets jumping up and down or, you know, scratching on the door. I don't work when the children are in the house because I don't want one of them to wake up or wander in, because both of mine sleepwalk. So you've got to set some parameters, but working from home is a massive saving. You know, it will help cut your overheads hugely, so that you're starting from a positive place. So you've set up business at home and you haven't spent a fortune out. And I know that's not possible for everybody, but just have a think about whether you could make it work for you. And working at home doesn't make you look unprofessional. Somebody mentioned this to me earlier in the week, and I've never thought about it before. And I was like, no, why would it? You know, as long as your house is tidy and your office is nicely done out, then you will look as professional as if you are renting that expensive postcode. And also, your therapy chair does not need to cost you thousands. Again, in a very similar conversation this week, I was chatting to someone who suggested that without £1,000 chair, you weren't a good therapist. Creating a persona, so the expensive postcode, the expensive chair, won't bring you success. Success comes from your amazing therapy skills. And however you decide to deliver that is fine for your business. And it can be temporary. You could think, right, I'll get an office next year. Let's just get some money in. But creating a persona, that ego, isn't going to help your business. Your business will thrive because of your therapy skills, not because you've paid out for a chair, not because you've paid out for an expensive office. It's all down to your skills and how you market them. So have a think about whether or not you can make some cost cutting in your business by not paying out for that office. Is there another way that you can do it in your biz? Marketing. Now, marketing can be the biggest cost in your therapy business because you need it to get you more clients, but it's really hard to pay out for if you don't have any clients coming in. So I want to tell you what not to waste your money on, and then I'm going to show you some free ways that you can market your business amazingly well. So please don't waste your money on business cards, on leaflets, on adverts in local papers. Please don't sign up for the back of the doctor's appointment cards because they tell you it'll bring you loads of work. It really won't. I've tried them all. My coaching therapists have tried them all, and they are just a massive waste of money. I have got boxes behind me. You can't see because you can't see my office today, but I've got boxes behind me that are going to the dump tomorrow that are filled with leaflets and business cards I spent hundreds of pounds on. They didn't bring me any work. That's classed as scatter marketing. So that's you sending out your leaflets to everybody through letterbox drops, or leaving them on cars or leaving them on notice boards. And that's not going to make your clients look at them and go, oh, I definitely think that person can help me. They're not. They're just going to get chucked in the bin. That sort of marketing brings you about a 2% success rate. So think about the money that you're spending and the time that you're putting into, delivering those leaflets or paying someone else to. Think about the return you're getting, and it's just not worth it. Please, 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 if I can make you save any money in your business today, it will be to stop wasting money on that sort of marketing, because it just doesn't work. I spent 2 years trying to market like that and struggled every single step of the way. So also, don't waste your money on pull-up banners. I've got two in my desk as well. The ones that you pull up and you put a pole behind them that tell everyone what they do. And I used to use those at shows that I went to. So I went to mother and baby shows, I went to wedding shows. They cost a lot of money to stand around at all day. Time that you could be spent working with clients, but also think about not only the cost that you're putting into the table on the day, but how many hours you've spent there. How much is your time worth? So you've wasted double the amount of money for probably one inquiry. They are a really, really hard way to get clients. So I would avoid them. I know some people go to them and they enjoy the social interaction, that's fine, but seeing them as a way of marketing your business is not a productive way to go. It's not cost effective, and it won't bring you the clients that you want in. The other way is paying for someone to boost your SEO on your website. There are companies out there that charge hundreds and hundreds of pounds to do this. Please don't go with them. If you have a WordPress site, you can get a plugin called Yoast, which helps you look at your SEO for every single page of your website and your website overall. And it takes you through step by step what you need to do to get from a little red light that tells you your SEO is rubbish to a green light which tells you your SEO is great, and you will end up on those first pages of Google. It's really easy to follow. It's really simple to do, and you can do it for nothing. So have a look at that. Also, to get your website further up the rankings, you need to have some interaction on it. So regular blogging is a fabulous way to boost your SEO. Also, posting your stuff on Google+. Google likes it when you use its facilities. So if you're putting your blogs on Google+, if you're sharing stuff on there, then it helps boost your website. And that's all for free. You don't need to pay for that. I really think that therapists have it really hard when we start out. We're not given a lot of marketing training. We're not told how to run a business. We're just told, well, I was just told, to get some business cards and go out and tell the world. I tried that and it didn't work. We as therapists have a responsibility to our businesses to think like businesses. You have to think about marketing like a strategy. And once you do that, you will get more clients. It's not a case of just little old you, the therapist. I want you to start thinking of yourself as you, the business owner, because that's what you are. You're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner, and that's a wonderful position to be in. And even better, you're a heartfelt one. So you are using your skills to transform other people's lives. And that is worth paying for. And that's what you need to start marketing your business as, this fabulous therapy skill business that can transform people's lives. I've gone off on a tangent there. Let's get back to the free marketing. Okay, so you can market your business for free. You can use social media. So social media is a great platform to talk about what it is you do, to sell people what you do, to talk about the benefits and the, testimonials you get from clients. Don't be using social media to just share other people's stuff. So if you're just sharing other people's memes, you're not really telling me much about your business other than you like that pretty picture. You're not telling me anything that's going to interest me. If you imagine how busy social media is, how many tweets there are a minute, how many Facebook posts there are, you need to start to stand out in that. You need people to stop and look and read what you've got. And from just an instant glance, I want to see your brand. I want to see your colours. I want to see your website address so that it stands out in front of me and I can think, oh, I really like that person. And that's when you'll start to build your social media following. That's when you'll start to get more clients through Facebook, through Twitter, through even Instagram. I've just gone onto Instagram, don't quite understand it yet. But it's a great way to get people to know you. And once they get to know you, then they'll start to listen to you. And that's when they start to book up with you. So blogging is a great free way to build up your business, to get you more clients, to get you known. You want to start selling yourself as the expert. So you can't be just spending your time listing all the things that you do, all the qualifications you have, because nobody really cares. They want to know how you can help them. What is it you've got to say that they want to listen to? And blogging is a great way to do that. And people want snippets of information. They don't want a really dry academic paper on the benefits of hypnotherapy or, how many more success rates there are with for weight loss clients. They don't want that. They want to know how you can help them, and in that needs to be things like 5 top tips to, or 7 things you're doing wrong, or 5 ways to. They want tips, they want hints, they want advice that they can pick up and take away. If you work with anxiety clients, do a video about how breathing can do a blog about how breathing can help you in a panic attack, stuff that they can take away, snippets of information, and blog regularly. I blog every week, sometimes more. It's a great way to interact with people, and it's free. Newsletters. So I talked about how amazing social media was, but what if it disappeared tomorrow? And I know it's not likely, but it might happen. And Facebook went down last year, twice in a month. So if you run your business solely from social media and it's not there, how are you going to interact with your potential clients? How are you going to talk to them? How are you going to tell them what you're up to or what you've got on offer? And that's through your newsletter. And you can do that for free. So sign up with something like MailChimp. There are others around, but MailChimp's free under a certain number of followers, sign-ups, subscribers. And it's a great way to help you talk to people who like your stuff. And they like your stuff because the way to get them to sign up to your newsletter is to offer them a freebie, is to offer them something so fabulous, so helpful for their situation that they will give you their email address, which people hold very dear to them now, and they will sign up to your newsletter, which means they like your stuff. And if they don't like your stuff, they'll unsubscribe, and that's fine as well. But offering a freebie is a great way to start building a crowd around you of potential clients, of people who like your stuff, who have tried your stuff, because that's the great thing about a freebie. So I've got a relaxation freebie that I send to any potential client before they book up with me, because it lets them listen to my voice, it lets them try a bit of hypnotherapy, and it just lets them relax around the whole, oh my God, I'm spending money on this. If they like it, great. And most of them book up. So having something so people can try your stuff is an amazing way to get more clients and to market your business better. If somebody rings up with an inquiry, you can say, well, have a think about it, and here is this freebie. And they're on your newsletter and you're regularly communicating with them. So think about sending out a newsletter weekly or fortnightly at the very least, because people want to hear from you. I find it really annoying when I sign up for someone's email and then they email me sporadically every 3 months with an offer. Then I unsubscribe. I want you to communicate with me, share with me. I want to hear from you. So that's how you can talk to your clients, through newsletters. And your website is another fabulous way, a fabulous tool to market your business. But have a look at your website, a serious look at your website. Stand back and see it with fresh eyes. Is it really static? Do you interact on it? Do you blog on it? Do you update it regularly? Is there a picture of you on it? That is really important. I want to see you and get to know you, and I want to see your face. So get a picture on it. But also, is your website just a list of services? So will it take me 20 minutes to find the thing I want help with? And then maybe it's not called the thing that I call it, so I'm not going to listen, I'm not going to read anymore. Is it just a list of I offer help, this treatment and this treatment and this treatment? People won't search for help. They want it on a plate in front of them. So if you can have that on your website, if you can make it really clear how you can help me with my thing, then I'm more likely to book up with you. And because there are a sea of therapists out there, there are lots of people that I could go to as a potential client. So why would I go to you? What is it about your website that makes me think, oh my God, this person absolutely gets me and can help me? And that's why creating a marketing message that tells people what you can help them with, the solution that you can give their specific problem, is a much better way to market your business than just what you offer in terms of treatments and services. I might look at your website and think, oh, she offers a flying phobia cure with EFT. Great. I, as a potential client, might not know what EFT is, but I know I'm going on holiday next week and I'm so anxious. It's making me feel sick. I've asked the doctor for something to knock me out on the plane. I know that I'll have to have 8 gin and tonics before I can even get through passport control. I know my whole holiday will be spent worrying about the flight back. Now, if you can offer me a solution to that, to tell me how I can relax on the plane, enjoy my holiday, not have to self-medicate, I'm going to buy your treatment. I don't care what it is. I just want to know that it's going to help me do the thing I want to do. If you can do that with your marketing, you are head and shoulders above all the other therapists out there, because they're not doing that. They're not doing this. This is what will work. This is what will get you more clients and help you stand out in that sea of therapists, because you are going to be talking to your ideal client. And I know it works because it worked on my business. I know it works because it works on the therapists that I coach. Once you work out your ideal client, once you offer them a solution to their problem, they will start to buy, and they will start to tell their friends, and their friends will buy because their friends will also be your ideal client as well. So have a think about your solutions. Have a think about what you can offer on social media and blogging and your newsletter and your website, all for free. And have a look at what you're spending out on in marketing at the moment and get rid of it. It's not helping your business bring in more money if you're spending out a fortune, and it puts you again in that place of lack, that stress about money and paying out for all that marketing. Okay, the third thing that's draining money out of your therapy business is staying small. And this is my passion. This is what I get so excited about when I work with therapists. Because when we do our training, we are told that, shown that therapy should be done in a room with 2 chairs, maybe a recliner to relax on, and that's the way to work with people. But that's a really, really, really hard way to build a business, because for one, you're selling your time. So in order to make more money, you have to sell more time. There's only so much time you have, and if you're not careful, you're going to end up exhausted. I work with really successful therapists who are knackered because they want to increase their income, but they haven't physically got the hours to put into it. So they're trying to find other ways to run a business that's not keeping them small. The other thing is that the world is a huge place, massive, millions of people. And everybody, or most people, have a thing that they struggle with that they'd like to change. But there's only a small percentage of those people who would ever think, I need to see a therapist. Because it can feel quite dramatic, if you've just got a little flying phobia and it only affects your holiday once a year. Do you really want to see a therapist? Is there connotations that people are thinking, oh, well, it's like seeing a psychologist, or it's a bit scary. So they might never step into a therapist's office. But they would buy an ebook or a video or a DVD. And that's why the self-help market is so huge, multi-million-pound market, that if you think about it, you can tap into. Because you can get your therapy business to people all over the world. You can help people all over the world. And that really excites me. That excites me, the thought that your fabulous therapy skills could help somebody in Dubai or Australia or America that you never ever would have got in your office. Some therapists use Skype. I get that you can work that way, but again, that's selling your time for money, which is exhausting. So by thinking about this world, this, potential pool of clients out there, how can you possibly tap into it? Well, you can tap into it by getting your business online. And this is where my passion gets really excited. Getting your therapy business online will transform it. It transformed mine quite quickly. And it's a great way of taking the pressure off getting those face-to-face clients. So if you think about your current clients, there's a limited pool of them. So there's only a certain, distance travelled that people will come to see you. They constantly need replenishing. So if you're a good therapist, and you help people with a problem, then they're going to disappear off happily down the road. And then you need to fill that client pool again and again. And that is exhausting. That takes a lot of constant marketing and a lot of money spent. But if you get your therapy business online, you create a whole different income stream, which will transform your business. So let's have a look. So can you really set up an online business? Yes, absolutely. So think about the work you do with your one-to-one clients now. The majority of that can be done online. The good thing about online products is that you can, like I said, help people from all over. But you can have a varying level of them. You can have 1, you can have 200, it doesn't matter. They can be any size, they can be any price. So mine range from £9.99 20-minute audios up to £600-700 programs. And they all have different levels of interaction with me. Some have none, some have a little bit, some have loads. And the brilliant thing about them is once they're written and recorded and online, all the hard work is done. So it's not like, I've got another client to see, I've got to prepare, I've got to plan. Once it's written and recorded and online, that is it. You don't have to do anything except wait for that PayPal ping, because that is the most fabulous noise. So last week I made, I think it was like £90 while I was in the cinema. It was lovely. I came out and was like, oh, look, I've made £90. I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't working. I wasn't seeing a client. I was enjoying myself, doing something else, and I was still making money. Now, how fabulous would that be for your therapy business? How fabulous would it be to not be stressing about, oh God, I need to get more clients in? How good would it be to just think that you've got an extra avenue of business, and the more you add, the more products you add, the more money comes in? I now run 90% of my business online. I see very, very few face-to-face clients, and I charge more for it because that's how I love my business. That's how it's grown. You might decide that you still want to see lots and lots of face-to-face clients, but this would just be a lovely nest egg, so you can buy an expensive chair, or you can hire that office, or you can go on holiday. You can create an income for your business, which would have been virtually impossible by just selling your time client by client. And it's okay to want to make money as a therapist. I get emails all the time from angry therapists telling me, oh, you shouldn't be talking about making money because we're helping people. You absolutely are helping people. You are transforming people's lives with your skills. But that doesn't mean you can't make a living. That doesn't mean that you can't have a good quality of life. You can't have the odd extra. Making money as a therapist shouldn't feel icky. You are being paid a fair amount, not suggesting you rip people off, a fair amount for your fabulous skills. And having that online income is just another way of adding to that income stream. It's about creating that passive income that even when you're not working, even when you're having a cup of tea or, you're asleep, you could still be making money and taking the pressure off finding and seeing those face-to-face clients. And once the pressure's off, like I said at the start, you're not coming from that place of panic. You've got that extra income coming in. You can take a breath, and you will find, as I found, you become busier than ever because you're not coming from that place of, oh God, I need to make the rent. Right, I'm going to slash my prices. I'm going to do a free session. You're not doing that. You're just calm and relaxed, and that money will flow towards you. And how awesome would that be? But I do know that getting online can seem terrifying. It can just feel like, oh my God, I've got to record. How do I record? I've got to do videos. I've got to do workbooks. I've got to upload the stuff. No, none of that is for me. I'm not very technical minded. Neither was I when I started out. But actually, the technology is so much easier than you think. And once you get going and get started, you realise, God, why wasn't I just doing this ages ago? But I know that terror can be a very real thing, and that's why I've created the 30 Days to Get to Your Therapy Biz Online program, which is a fabulous program. I love it so much, which is a step-by-step guide of how to get your therapy business online. So how to plan, write, record and market your online products. So that you can get this passive online income going. And you can do that in 30 days. And it is absolutely doable. I did mine in less than 30 days, my first program. It is so simple. But because I know that technology can feel overwhelming, it also has in it step-by-step guides of all the technology you need. So I've literally videoed everything, and my current therapists laugh because they say it's like I'm in the room telling them where to point and click and what to type. It is so simple to follow, so simple. And I've currently got about 40 therapists doing my program who absolutely love it. They're all at different stages, they're all at different ability levels in terms of technology, but they're all doing it. They're all developing their online products and they're all getting them sold. So it is a fabulous program to help you build this extra element to your business, which will bring in an income, which will transform the way you run your business forever. And although it's called 30 days, I called it 30 days to show you how quickly you can do it. The good thing is that this content is yours forever. So you can take as long as you want. I've got people who've been doing it a couple of months. I've got people who've rolled them out in the 30 days. It's up to you how quickly you go through it because it's yours forever. There is a Facebook group full of other therapists who are really supportive and really helpful to each other, and you get input from me. There's also some live question and answer sessions so that we can talk as a group about anything you're stuck with or any ideas you've got. And it's just a great program. And I'm just going to show you what's inside, and then I'm going to tell you my fourth money drain, which is a biggie. So don't go anywhere. I've just got to end this show. It's not very technical. Right, so 30 days to get online. I'm just going to give you a quick run through. So there are 4 modules as part of this, and you can use these modules not only with your online business but also your physical business, your physical therapy business. This will help you change the way you market and change the way you think about it. So there is a whole module on getting specific or you're screwed, which is all about finding your ideal client, all about honing in on who it is you want to help and what they're struggling with, because like I've said, once you've worked that out, marketing becomes much easier. And it also talks about niching. So you can't be an expert at everything. So you might have that long list on your website, but there are certain things that you just think, oh, I don't really want to do that. So for me, it was smoking. I was never good at smoking cessation, so I don't do it. I also don't do sports like golf performance anymore after working with a client and calling them golf sticks, which probably wasn't the best thing to do. So I worked out what my niches weren't, and then I worked out that I love working with anxiety clients. I love working with women, so that's who I market towards. This module will help you work out how to get specific so that your business is much, much easier to market. And it doesn't mean once you're specific you can't work with other people. You still can. It's just that your marketing's honed in on those people, and that's when people start to listen. Module 2 shows you how to design your amazing online business. So having a think about, how much of your business do you want to be online? Do you want it to just run in the background and not have anything to do with it? Do you want some input? It shows you, things you need to think about in terms of tax and all the boring stuff. But it shows you how to design your online business. Then module 3 is the fabulous planning your program or product. So what is it you want to help your ideal client with, and how can you offer that online? So it takes you through how to take your millions of ideas and hone them into a fabulous sellable product. And then you have my favourite module, which is marketing magic, which is the things I've touched on today, but in much, much more detail. So it shows you how to market your business physically and online. It shows you how to really start getting more clients, getting people to listen to you and want to work with you. And the good thing is, once you do that, people will flock towards you, you'll be inundated, and they'll pay your price, which is a fabulous thing. Then we have the Terror Up Technology videos. So there are in here, let's see how slow it is to open, loads and loads of videos on how to do everything. So how to survey your clients to find out more about them, how to find images, how to record, so how to record face to camera, or like I'm doing today, just your screen, how to do audios, how to sell your program, how to take payment for your program, so how to set up PayPal, how to set up freebies, which is all about your marketing, how to use email, how to use social media more to your advantage, how to shorten your URL, because lots of people use those really long ones, how to do Facebook ads, so you can pay for some social media advertising, and this is how to do it well. And then Facebook's just changed the way they do it. So that's how to lower your Facebook spend. But those videos will take you through every single thing you need to do to get online. And if it's not there, I'll record it and put it in. But so far, it's all been there. So, right, where were we? Oh, wrong one. Okay. So that is just me telling you very quickly about my 30 days program. My 30 days program is normally £295 because it's so rammed with content. But because I am so passionate about helping therapists get started, build a business and build an online business, I'm offering it to you for half price, so £149. That price will be available for 1 day, 24 hours after you watch this video, and then that price will go up. So it's just to know that that's only available for 1 day. And to make it as easy as possible to say yes, I'm offering a 10 instalment plan of just $14.90 a month. So, you know, less than a couple of coffees and a donut every month or a muffin, you could have this product. And it's yours to keep, so you can use it again and again every time you want to record a new product. The marketing side and the getting specific modules will absolutely transform the way you run your physical business as well. So this will just help your business grow beyond belief. And like I said, being online literally transformed my business. I was skint, I couldn't afford the rent, I couldn't afford to buy the kids' shoes, and we were in Centre Parks, which my sister had kindly paid for us to go, and we wanted to go to the Pancake House, and I didn't have any money. I had like £7 left in my name, and I was just about to tell the kids that we couldn't go and watch their little sad faces, and into my PayPal account, seconds before I told them, £50 appeared from my first ever sale of my my first ever course, which was a weight loss course. And even now it makes me a bit emotional because it is sometimes that hard to be a therapist. It's sometimes that hard and a scary place, and you think, what am I doing? I'm working all the hours God sends, I just can't make it work. And in that one moment, I made £50. I wasn't at work, I was on holiday, and it just transformed my business. And after that, you know, I sold more and more. Being online is a great way to make an income when you're not seeing clients, you know, brings you in that support. And that's why I've created this program, because I just want as many therapists as possible to be able to offer something online to help transform your clients' world, to help spread your talents around the world. I'm going to email you a link after this video, so that if you want to join me, it would be lovely, and you can sign up. You get instant access to the course, instant access to the Facebook group, instant access to me, and we together will help you create your online business. Right, and now I've got my fourth secret, which is a biggie, and it is pricing. And pricing is my bugbear, because I truly believe that most therapists undercharge. And when we're skint and we don't have enough money coming in, we panic and we cut our prices. So I've tried it all. Buy one, get one free, £15 tasters, free classes, hoping that people would sign up afterwards. And I made very, very little money. And those people, they didn't see the value in what I was doing. So, you know, a £15 session, people were like, mate, it's all right. Now my prices are much, much higher. I tend to only work in 2 or 4 block sessions, depending on the issue. And people pay my prices because I believe I'm worth it. And that's what I want you to start believing. I want your prices to reflect what you are worth and not what you think people will pay. Your ideal client will pay your price without quibbling. I love that word. I like to say it in every video. They won't quibble about your price. They'll just pay it because they'll see your fabulous therapy skills. They'll see what training you've been through and how good you are. They'll understand how talented, and they'll see your expertise. And that's why I want you to start selling that through your social media and through your interaction, through your marketing, because it's that expertise that will then allow you to charge what you're worth. I'm just reading what I've written now. Okay, so in your pricing, don't offer deals. Don't offer anything for free except your freebie that you're giving away, which shouldn't take any of your time after you've recorded or written it. So don't offer free consultations. And I've had a big conversation about this recently with people who do offer free consultations. So think about it this way. If your free consultation is 30 minutes long and you charge £50 an hour, that's £25 you've just given away for free. When you increase your price to £80, which you're going to do, then you're giving away £40. How would you like it if somebody walked up to you in the street and said, I'm going to stand here and talk to you and then I want you to give me £40? You wouldn't do it. Offering free consultations is fine if you're doing a 5 or 10 minute phone conversation. That's fine. You know, a client wants to ask you questions. You want to make sure they're a right fit for you. And that is an issue you can deal with. You can do that over the phone. You do not need them to be in front of you. And sometimes when they're in front of you, they don't go. I used to offer them, and I once had a woman here for an hour and a half. Now, I was charging £50 an hour, so that was £75 out the door. And the worst thing is, she didn't book another session. She told me all her problems and then left. So it was, offering free consultations is not a good way to bring in clients, and it's not a good use of your time. So if you are doing it, I'm begging you to please stop it. Please, please, please. Think about the money you're wasting on those free consultations. Do it over the phone. Limit it to 10 minutes. Fab. Don't travel to see your client. I understand if your client is anxious and can't leave the house. That would be my only exception. And you would charge more. You charge for your time and your travel. But don't travel to see your client. It's not cost effective. So I mentioned earlier that I used to have a clinic 50 miles away from my house. It was a bigger city, and I presumed stupidly that people would book up. They didn't. And often, I had a lovely client up there who I used to travel to see, but she would be the only one some days. So I would travel all the way up there to see her, get paid £50 and then travel all the way back. It took me an hour each way to get there. That I would see the client, £10 for the room hire, petrol, wear and tear on my car, plus it was near the beach, so I used to go and get chips afterwards and fish and chips. So I worked out I was earning about £2.81 an hour. Travelling to see your client is not a good way to get clients. You're selling yourself as an expert. An expert wouldn't get in a car and drive to someone's house. They would come to you. If they want to see you enough, they will find a way. So I have clients now who don't drive. I've got clients now who are anxious and don't like leaving the house, but they found a way to get to me. Now, that's not me being cruel, but it's just I can't fit them into my day if I'm travelling backwards and forwards. So don't travel to see your client. Respect your expertise enough and get them to come to you. Don't do reduced price sessions. These are not good ways of getting clients in. So like I said, £15 tasters, people would book up, not turn up, they wouldn't pay, they didn't see the value in what I was doing, they didn't understand how much it cost for my training or my CPD or anything. They didn't see the value. Reduced price sessions are something we do when we're skint and we're panicked and we're desperate for money, and people can really sense that. So offering them isn't a great way to build up business. I know it's money in your pocket, but if you had that online product, you could just push that for 24 hours and maybe get 2 sales and make a couple of £100. That is the way that passive income, that online income, can transform your business. You're not cutting your prices, you're just offering something different, and that's when your business stops spending all that money. You know, that's when you start to think, actually, I'm starting to make money and I'm not having to do it by cutting my prices. Get payment up front, or at least take a deposit. So with all my clients now who book 4 sessions, they pay up front, or they pay a payment plan, which I'm going to come on to in a minute. But I always take a deposit, because there are often times when clients will just not turn up. And if you do a lot of prep work before a client comes, that's a waste of your time. If you've hired a room, that's a waste of your time. If you've bought your big expensive chair that I now hope you're returning, that's a waste of your money. So take a deposit. It can feel really awkward asking for it, but just tell them that you need that money to secure their place. Offer a 24-hour cancellation policy, and obviously if they tell you their kids are ill or their car's broken down, there's some leeway there. But what I want you to do is, taking that deposit means they're committed to coming and they're not wasting your time. So if you're charging £80 an hour after you put your prices up after this video, or £75 an hour, you know, just take a £25 deposit. It doesn't have to be massive. Some people take half up front and half on the day. Decide what works for you, but make it a meaningful amount. Don't do just £5 because people don't mind losing £5. Make it enough that people will turn up, but also make them realise that your time is precious and that you don't want to waste it. So we've talked about increasing your price. Have a look at what your price is. And often people say, well, I'm about the same as people in my area. But you're not the same therapist as those people. You are your unique selling point. So yes, there are loads of therapists out there and loads of people doing what you do, and that's fine. But you are the unique thing about your business, and your skills and your expertise, which you're now going to be selling to people, is what people will pay for. When I increased my price, I did worry, as we all do. I was like, oh, people are really going to pay. And I am now busier than I've ever been. So increasing your price shows people that you believe in what you do enough to charge them that. You know, if you're just charging £25 or £30 a session, what is that saying to people? It's saying, oh, it might work, maybe. And it's why smoking cessation sessions are always more expensive, because people want to show their clients that they have to be committed, and they have to be committed by paying an extortionate amount of money. Now, I'm not saying offer them, charge them extortionate amount, but find a price that works for you. So have a think about it. If you want to earn £30,000 a year, and then most people laugh, oh, I can't earn that as a therapist. You absolutely can. You could earn more if you want. But if you want to earn £30,000 a year, that's £2,500 a month. If you're charging £50 a month, you have to see 13 clients a week. That's a lot of clients. That's a lot of marketing. That's a lot of replenishing of that pool. If you increase your price to £70 or £80, you only have to see between 6 and 8 clients. Now, that's a week is still a lot, but it's nowhere near the same as 13. So increasing your price means that you can achieve that end income goal, which you should have, by the way. You should know what you want to earn in this financial year. And if you don't, sit down and have a think about it. Because if you're just going from client to client, one payment to the next payment, you're not driving your business forward. You're not creating a business that's going to bring you a good income. So have a think about what you want to earn this year. Have a look at how many clients you need to see at your current rate. Have a think about how many clients you need to see if you increased your rate to a level that you're happy at, and then add a bit more on and see how many you need to see then. And then think about if you had an online product which was £50, £75, £100, and you sold 2 or 3 a month, what would that do to your income? How would that affect your client numbers? And it's unbelievable. You start to see that actually you don't have to work yourself to death. You don't have to be seeing clients at 10 o'clock at night or all weekend. You can start to pick and choose your hours. You can start to pick and choose how your business is going to grow. And it's just going to be awesome. So have a sit down and think about that. Think about your income and how you're going to create it, and add in that online element as an idea. Maybe you're not sold on it, maybe you're not sure you can really do it in your business. You absolutely can, but have a think about how the extra income would really change the structure of your business and your income. And then think about offering payment plans. So with all my online products, just like the one I've offered you today, I offer a payment plan. Now I try to offer it in an amount that you can afford, that you wouldn't notice a massive amount coming out at. So that's why it's spread over 10 months. You could offer a payment plan over 3 months. You could just do a one-off payment if it's a lower price. With my one-to-one therapy clients, I have a package where they can spread their treatment and their payments over 3 months. Now, I tend to find more clients book up that way because they feel like they can afford it. So that works really well for me. And what you're doing by having that payment plan in place is you're securing up your income for the upcoming months. So if you know that you've got 3 clients booked in and they're each paying £100 for 3 months, you know what you're getting for those next few months, and it takes the pressure off you a bit. You're not sat thinking, oh my God, right, how am I going to pay the rent? How am I going to, because you already know that you've got X amount of money coming in. Now obviously people can cancel, but you need terms and conditions on your website, which mean that if they do cancel, you can chase them for payment and that sort of thing. And I can tell you a little bit more about that if you want to pop over to the No Longer a Problem Facebook page, and we can have a chat about that. But having that instalment plan, that payment plan in place, is just a really, really good way of helping you secure up your income moving into the future. And that's when I talk about it, you running your business, not just little old you the therapist. It is a business. If you want to make a success of it, if you want to stand out in the sea of therapists, if you don't want your business to flounder and fail, what you need to do is think of it as a business. Think about how you're going to grow your income. Think about how you're going to bring in money so you're not working yourself, to exhaustion, and you're still bringing enough income that you're happy, that you're paying your bills, and that you've got a bit extra for whatever it is you want to spend it on. Having a business is about you putting those things in place. And these 4 things today are all massive money drains on your business that you can start to turn around to work in your favour, so that you have that successful money-making business you dream of. And I am passionate, absolutely passionate. If you could see me now, you'd see my hands flailing around with excitement. But I am absolutely passionate about helping therapists go from a place of lack, where they're just struggling to get by, to a place where they are making a really good income and feel good about it. And that's what I want for you. So I hope today that you've enjoyed this free class. I'm going to start doing these every couple of months, I think, and I'm going to start doing little weekly videos so that I can help give you as much information as I can to help you build this business. But these are some testimonials from the people that are doing my online class program at the moment. Like I said, if you want to join us, you have 24 hours at that half price offer with that fabulous 10 installments option, which means that it's a low enough price that you can afford it and that you can transform your business really quickly. And you can start to make that money even when you're not working or asleep or at Centre Parks. And you know, create the business you love. So if you have any questions, as ever, just pop over to sarah@nolongerproblem.net and email me, or come and join us on the Facebook page. And if you want to join us on the 30 days program, sign up with us now and you can have instant access and come and meet all the other lovely therapists that are doing the program at the moment. So I've been Sarah Baker, the therapy biz coach at No Longer Problem, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.